Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. Capricorn Taurus season brings out further the beautiful, passionate, fun side of you. The creative genius in you that has been trying to spread its wings since 2019 finds boldness in this season of self expression, and that reflects in all areas of your life. 11th of May new moon is love, romance, passions, creativity, children, giving birth to this creative genius you feel striving to get out. The eclipse season of June will bring something which needs to be brought to order to focus in your work and health, but before that, maybe we can play a bit, love a little, and live a lot in May. End of month will also bring money management and possibly diet to focus. So we do have a few serious business to address, but I don't know. With Jupiter moving in your house of mind, we feel we can tackle it all and do it all. It's a very positive transit. Jupiter this month moves into your house of mind, expanding positivity as well as offering you new opportunities of self expression. Capricorn is its own kind of vibe right now, and I'm loving it. We go deeper into all of this today. This is part 2 of the video. Please do review part 1, for which I will leave the link in the description along with the key dates of this month. My name is Charu, and I'm your host on this journey. So let's dig in. Capricorn, Uranus, the planet of freedom, entered your house of self expression in 2019. I have said it before, and I'm going to again shout from the rooftops. I love this placement of Uranus. It's the most fun position of this normally perceived disruptive planet. Yes, it makes us fall in love a minute, fall out another. It makes us climb a mountain one day and aim to fly around the world in another. In short, it makes our desires, our interests and hobbies, and even our love interests shift very quickly as compared to before. There is a volatility up and down that is added to our love life, and it is added to our creative genius. But this is just a lovely release of everything that is love and joy in you. And it's bringing the self expression, the creative genius in you to speak up. It is opening you up to express yourself freely. So you can say what you love, say what you desire, versus suppressing your passions. Individuality, confidence, joy, play, hobbies, love, children, let it shine. Don't hold back your light anymore. You got the goods, strut it. There is no honor in hiding your God given or natural talents. Month of May and this season gives you the platform to express your talents, your confidence, your creativity, and joy to wider set, or create a product of your passions. We give birth to what we love and our passions in this season and nurture our heart, our talents. We revel in luxury, whatever that is to you. We feed our senses. We indulge in our hobbies. We let pleasure fill us up a bit more after a turbulent month end of April. April might have ended with some stressful interactions or even stressful events in your friends' network and social group. It could even be a launch to a platform or a social group which might have been a tough one. It could be a friend who needed you or a friend's network which faced some stress. You need a stress buster, and I would highly recommend to use this month, especially before month end, to refresh yourself. Get an element of self care going and go out of your comfort zone in your self expression in love and passions. New moon of 11th of May is beneficial to your sign as a whole, with a new start in love, children, creative business, self expression, ideas, all the things that you give birth to. This is us giving birth to something that is unique, that is passionate, that is authentic. But it's especially very, very beneficial for Capricorn rising sun or moon around 21 degree or 12th of January born. It will flow positively for all of you, and it freshly infuses an energy into your self expression, into your confidence, into your passions. But it's especially very beneficial for 21-degree Capricorn or around 12th of January born. Your risk appetite will go up both in your personal life as well as in your professional life. It will even show up in investments and the business risk that you take. And that has been in making for quite a while, with Uranus helping you gain more faith in your risk appetite, in your ability to take risk in life, in your ability to take risk on yourself. And with that risk taking, life is opening new opportunities which are very unique in nature to you. While that's good for a normally very conservative you, but after 14th of May, we need to be a little bit careful because Mercury will be in shadow period. So if there are any agreements which are in process, if they're investment related agreements or project work that you're working on, which could be getting launched in June, I would just be careful on the exact terms of agreements and the text, and leave a space for reworks which could happen during Mercury retrograde in June. Mercury would be retrograde between 28th of May to 22nd of June. And for you, Mercury retrograde is going to happen in your house of work and health. So there could be some rework related to a work project or communication with co-workers or some health related review that might come up in the month of June. So if there are any agreements work related especially that you're doing after 14th of May, or if there are any health checkups you're doing after 14th of May, I would take it with a pinch of salt because they might come for reconsideration in the month of June. Jupiter enters your house of communication this month, which is a beautiful, beautiful energy. It's briefly coming here in 2021. It will fully come into your house of communication in 2022. So from 13th of May to 28th of July, you will just see a preview of this positive benefic planet lighting up your mind, giving you opportunities to connect easily with others. Raise your curiosity, because Jupiter over here, it really helps you get a steeper learning curve. If there's anything ever you wanted to learn which took a long time, taking a course with this aspect, expanding your commercial skill set is very, very supportive, and it helps you in connecting with others. It opens you up for more meaningful and lucrative interactions with others. Even the relationship with your local community and your role in the local community and with your neighborhood expands with Jupiter over here. This is the house of mind. So Jupiter over here adds for a positive mindset. I spoke of this very positive influence in the March video, as we would see full benefit of this in 2022. I will link it below in the description for you to look at in case you want to go deeper into the benefits you can reap out of this transit. Use this transit to ramp up your knowledge, your commercial skill set, especially which can support self-made wealth. Engage in written or verbal communication projects and connect. Just with the caution of Mercury retrograde between 28th of May to 22nd of June, Mercury retrograde is known to have miscommunications or some review of certain projects that have previously done, and they come for rework normally during Mercury retrograde, which is happening between 28th of May to 22nd of June. Your ruler, Saturn, would come to a standstill as it is going to go retrograde on 23rd of May. When Saturn, your ruler, stands still, it becomes very, very strong. And it is in your house of money, assets, resources, revenue. It is prompting you to create a longer source, a solid foundation of revenue generation and resources and assets. You might be compelled to make sure, and you would be prompted to make sure, that your finances are in order towards the month end. Your skills are yielding the right return. Are you getting paid for what you're providing in terms of your services? Are your skill sets to the level so they can create the kind of revenue you're looking for? So Saturn will create that discipline that we need to get the right returns of our efforts, and it will also create some amount of discipline around our expenses, which means that over the course of next few months, all the way till October, when Saturn is retrograde, we are going to create a new rule book of revenue generation and expenses. And it could also be the time when you might restructure your skill set and your offering to create the right kind of returns from it. In some cases, you might figure out that there are places where you have spent or lent money where you should have said no, but you said yes. So Saturn normally prompts that question, where did I become more permissive, where I should have held back? That is the theme also of 2021 as Saturn is here. But Saturn is conflicting with your need for freedom, your need for self expression, your need to have more. A splurge on maybe children, splurge on love, and have take more risk when it comes to investments. So these two energies conflict with each other, and that is a key theme of 2021. That is Saturn square Uranus for you. Uranus wants you to take some risk, and Saturn wants you to be realistic about the risk you're taking, especially in your financial area. So you would see that conflict play out towards the end of the month. I spoke of this again in detail in the 2021 video. I'll link it up in the details so you can, in the description box, so you can review it if you need. Especially, it would be very meaningful towards the end of the month, as this aspect and this conflict will grow as Saturn squares Uranus for the second time on 14th of June. Just know that we would need to make sure that our risk have the right returns, both in our personal life and in our professional. But you also got to remember, Uranus is a bell, a freedom bell, which cannot be unrung. Once you have a creative flow growing, of wanting more freedom in your expression, in your love life, you wouldn't want it to be suppressed by need for security. But you are a earth sign. As an earth sign, you're here to create practical, tangible value. So whatever is your unique brand of self-expression and risk-taking in your personal or professional life, you would work very hard over next couple of months to find a lucrative expression of it. There might be places you might have said yes when it comes to expenses or lending money or charging less for your creative services or for your work, where we have to learn to say no. There might be certain services that you're not charging for, and maybe Saturn might prompt you to create a revenue source from those services. Month-end eclipses will carry forth into June. We have two eclipses coming up. The first eclipse on 26th of May might come with the need to release a burden. There might be a bit of even need for isolation towards the end of the month. You might need to work in isolation. You might be healing from an ending. You might be sort of supporting some cause. This is a very spiritual eclipse full moon which is happening on 26th of May for you. There could be something related to soul, related to peace, related to healing, related to just needing to take a little bit of step back, which might require you to take some time for yourself. And that is something that you might want to take note of, just to create some space for you to heal, for you to regenerate. It's even possible that you might need to be away from all this crowd for a bit, or this hyperactivity for a bit, to work on something that needs to be delivered in June. Life will get very busy in June, and you would experience a bit of that building up in May itself as we progress towards the 10th of June solar eclipse, which is a new start in your work and in your health. There might be some fated discussions on 10th, on 17th, on 31st of May, which will give you clues on what is the new thing that is about to start. It could be a new project, it could be a new work environment, it could be a new work opportunity, it could be a new workplace that you might be working towards. And those interactions on 10th, 17th, and 31st might feel fated and helpful going towards it. As this also deals with health and healing, there could be interactions linked to health, diet, a new health regime, which could happen also on 10th, 17th, and 31st of May. Capricorn rising, sun or moon around 20 degree or around 11th of Jan born could feel this new start in work and health very strongly in June, though it gives an opportunity to all of you to bring order to life, because it gives you a fresh energy, a fresh infusion into your work life, into your health routines. And faded interactions on 10th, 17th, and 31st of May will have a clue towards it. In fact, if you have planets around 10 degree or around 1st of Jan born Capricorn, they can feel very amped up on those dates on communication on 10th, 17th, and 31st of May. I would take care of words, as I said earlier. We will have a Mercury retrograde 28th of May to 22nd of June. So things that are getting agreed before that could come for reconsideration. So I would take care of words and travel. The words will intensify towards the month end. And if you're traveling towards the end of the month, I would be a little bit more flexible with the travel routine as well. I spoke of this in detail in the part 1 of the video, which is the May 2021 overview for this month. Avoid any speeding related issues, especially towards the end of the month. And on the health front, one more note: when we have eclipses in our 6th house, we want to be a little bit careful with heaty foods. You have Rahu right now in your house of health, so heat or inflammation can become an issue. So during the month of May and June, you just want to be more towards the cooling foods in your diet. But you can make very tangible progress towards a new start on your work, which is lucrative. And with this start, keep a lookout on these interactions on 10th, 17th, and 31st of May. As I said, Capricorn, you are your own kind of vibe right now, and I'm loving it. Good luck for that, and I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.